Hey everybody. So I have noticed a trend happening more and more where it seems that corporate America is still not understanding the full capacity and logic behind what exactly is happening right now with AI development and the AI movement overall, and really how to deal with it and how to frame it. So I want to make this video to kind of clear that up. And I see this a lot through illustrations like this. This is on my LinkedIn, and I carved this out specifically. I don't want to call the person out. I just want to look at their statement. And then so their statement is very general, and it's one that I've seen for years, which is that testing the capabilities of sketch-to-render AI image generation using Midjourney. The results are not bad, but currently Stable Diffusion remains the preferred choice for such applications. However, there's a need to simplify both the setup and the execution process. I want to make this very clear up front. This simplification of the setup and the execution process of this technology and what it does is probably going to get obsoleted before anyone can actually do anything to monetize it. That's how this industry is going, how it's working, and exactly what's happening right now with AI development. The bottom line that I can point to and give you the clearest picture of this that I possibly can is that AI development currently isn't going and working towards advancing the corporate interests within AI. I can prove this to you within a simple, I just first of all want to show you one thing. AI, AGI, ASI. Real simple thing. Here we go. Cool. What we're looking at here is, and currently technology is here, like right almost towards the gap between AGI and ASI. So this is what everyone, as far as the researchers, the scientists, all of the people that are propelling this technology forward, bringing these things out, throwing these technologies out there into the world, they are focused only on driving up this pyramid. That is their focus more than anything else, and it's a simple focus. I'll tell you flat out, honestly. AGI is artificial general intelligence, which is artificial intelligence that can think on a level or on par with a human. And so we're here. There's debate as to whether or not we've already crossed the threshold. We're debating it. So that's where the current threshold is, and then where researchers are working towards, and I think that we'll get towards it very soon, a lot sooner than 5 years, most likely, is maybe within a few years. I don't want to put solid projections. Is ASI, where essentially AI is going to be of superhuman intelligence, artificial super intelligence, where it will be so far significantly advanced beyond humans that it won't make a difference. But remember, it's important to keep in mind that this is where we are. So we're currently at, it's debatable if artificial intelligence is directly on par with human intelligence. What that means very specifically, as far as the research within all of this, AI is helping and assisting with every single aspect of this research and propelling it forward, and that's part of it. We're dealing with a technology that is currently debatably on par with human intelligence. If people think that AI isn't involved with propelling that forward at this point, propelling itself forward, then I don't understand what people would think with regards towards the technology as it currently exists. And so I also want to, I can illustrate this and drill down into this further. I have 3 papers here of 3 releases that I think are kind of recent groundbreaking releases with regards towards AI development, and I want to point out something just a little bit different with each one of these papers. And then so the first one, this is a paper that was released on May 25th, 2023, called Voyager, an Open-Ended Embodied Agent with Large Language Models. this particular model, first thing to point out is that it's a joint effort between NVIDIA and the academic community, and then so even when you see you see open source, all of that, it's even when it's open source and all of these instances, it's still except for one, there's another entity that is involved with it, whether it be NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft, Meta, etc. It's even when they're releasing open source product, they're releasing it because it's generally a collaboration with these institutions, and the institutions, they need the scientific experience from these institutions in order to drive this forward. And then so Voyager very specifically is interesting for a few reasons to me. Very first one is that it's for a video game, it's for Minecraft, and it's a Minecraft agent. And then the second thing is that like the critical aspects of this model, how they actually do it, are two things. One, they're using LLM technology. So they're using the LLM technology or the advancement in AI itself to further advance, compound the advancements within AI. So that's why we're, again, another reason why we're seeing such huge advancements is because as we advance the technology, we can use the advancements in the technology to advance the technology in and of itself even further, which also means then that, again, going back to the very beginning, these things that like people are like, oh, this would be cool if it was easier to use with a easier UI. Like the researchers, these guys are not focused on making a better UI for you. They're focused on getting to ASI, not your graphical interface UI. And so if we essentially go through here and then we look, the other thing with this model that's significant is that so when it comes to training AI model, it's generally been a human training an AI, and that's been 100% of the process, like a requirement within that. But within this 2.3 of this model, what it does is it invokes an AI critic, again via AI technology, and the AI critic essentially can replace the human, so the AI in this instance is able to train the AI model and to enhance the training of the AI model. So it's a breakthrough within the AI is now able to train itself, is essentially the bottom line of this particular paper. And then so looking at the next one, this one is QLoRa, which is efficient fine-tuning of quantized LLMs. This is the only paper that's a singular effort and a singular academic effort from the University of Washington, and then this was essentially a week ago. But this technology this QLoRa came out a week ago, and we're already seeing LLM technology come out based off of QLoRa. So again, this gives you another idea of how fast and how rapidly this technology is advancing and what these people are focused on. Like they're not focused on fine-tuning QLoRa. they're focused on, okay, now we have QLoRa, what's the next step? What's the next step after QLoRa? What's the next step after that? How are we using it to refine and to make better models? Now that's why you see 30 LLM models all of a sudden that can run on your cell phone, is because of this thing that came out a week ago. And it came out a week ago, and then all of a sudden it's propagating everywhere that you can run LLMs on your cell phone. Thank you, QLoRa. So we can see again how fast it's advancing, and then as well as how fast people are taking advantage of it. Like what exactly is there to commercialize very specifically and to pull forward within that, because that's not what the focus of these technologies are. And then I think to drive this home the most, I'm using this model, which is a model that came out 5 days ago on May 24th called Gorilla. And then Gorilla is a joint effort between UC Berkeley and Microsoft Research. So again, you can see anytime that it's referring to open source, it's not just like it's not that there's no corporate involvement whatsoever. It's Microsoft, NVIDIA, etc., and then large learning institutions, UC Berkeley, University of Florida, UC Austin, or UT Austin, different institutions and around the world. But so very specifically, why I highlight Gorilla is that Gorilla has a massive impact for the business community, very specifically. Like, this application is going to revolutionize business. If these researchers, if any one of these four researchers, and the four researchers, if they had decided to, or they decide they can't, if they had decided that they wanted to turn this into a company, they could have turned this into a company that would, I'd say it would rival Salesforce or Microsoft, just based off of what they have in this paper here, and what their technology does. If they had patented it, as opposed to immediately releasing it open source, that's exactly what would have happened. It would be Microsoft Research, and then in 3 years from now, these guys would be the new Microsoft Research. But instead, they released it open source to the world. Why? Because they realized that this is just a step in that advancement towards ASI. They're not looking towards how, like, can I make you money? Like, what can I do for corporate America? How do I refine this for corporate America? Like, is corporate America going to care about this? They're not looking towards you. They're looking towards what is the next step within ASI. Putting it quite honestly, if you're looking at this from a completely corporate aspect, the people that are driving this technology forward the most, you are of their least interest. That's just the flat out bottom line, and how this technology is going, and how it's propelling. And I think that's important. And it's very important to me. To understand, I flat out offered, and I'll put it out there, like, a few of these researchers to monetize it, and they flat out refused the offer. I explained it to them very clearly exactly how they could monetize this platform, and they would not do it in any way. Not even they would not give it a single consideration to monetize this in any way whatsoever, for a singular fear of the hindrance that any sort of monetization and not releasing it 100% open source could hinder the advancement of the technology towards what their goal is, which is not corporate America's goal. So I think until corporate America recognizes that, they're going to have a bad time overall with this technology, and they're going to end up getting run over by this technology, because as it continues to advance, while corporate America is continuing and waiting for the technology to run up to its doorstep and show that it's here, the people that are building out even models that are the most applicable thing to corporate America that I've ever seen in my entire life don't want to give it to corporate America. Like, that's what you're seeing within this market. It's a unique situation. It's never happened before. And quite frankly, corporate America needs to understand that that's exactly what's happening within this. Hope you guys appreciate this content. Please like and subscribe for more.